Okay. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new, hi, I'm Lady. Thank you for clicking on the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you and I are locked in for life. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back, friend. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, give it a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate that. Today's video is a continuation of sorts from the very last Becoming an Authentic Girl episode of the series, where I was discussing confidence and how it's an elixir for living your best life yet. Today's episode is going to be brushed with exactly the same theme, but focusing more on the crux of what makes confidence what it is, on how to build confidence and how the things that make confidence what it is come together to essentially change your life and the quality of living as you know it. I say this is a continuation from the very last episode because I feel that the essence of it is uncovered already in the first episode. However, on this one, I'm going to speak more closely on the aspects that I believe come together to build confidence as a part of our personalities that shines through every day, far beyond the dark spots that come up to crumble that down. There are 6 aspects of confidence which I believe come together to concoct the most beautiful blend in making confidence what it is. And I'm going to break those down, and as I speak, you're going to realize how these things come together and how interchangeable nearly they are to each other, and how one balances another in building a system in oneself, in one's attitude, in one's approach to life that changes experiences around them. But 6 of these aspects that build confidence are namely your attitude, your life experience, your knowledge, wisdom, optimism, and lastly, your faith. Firstly, I'm going to go through how I perceive these things as individual anchors and define them how I think they relate to one another and themselves. And then I'm going to try and relate them and how I feel they merge into one thing that makes confidence what it is. First is attitude. Attitude refers to one's overall approach to life, how they relate to situations and people, their beliefs, their emotions, and overall behaviors. I think attitude is easily the one thing that makes or breaks everything else that makes a human being who they are. Your attitude will determine how insistent you are in your success, how you deal with success and failure. Attitude determines how you relate to the people around you and even how people around you relate to you. Attitude is the thing that separates you from other people. Now, it can also be a collective thing, but how you present yourself in the world is easily seen through your attitude, how you show up for situations, how you show up for people, and how the structure of your personality withstands the test of ever-changing situations around us. Quite inevitably, your attitude towards life will often dictate how your experience in life goes. The more optimistic you are, the more positive your attitude is towards life, the better your experiences in life get. And oftentimes it's easy to think that because you have bad experiences, you become a bad person or you have bad attitude. But it's often that we have bad attitude that we end up experiencing these bad things in life. We end up experiencing life as an obstacle and not particularly an experience to enjoy. Third on my list is knowledge. I think knowledge is so important in building one's confidence because beyond systems of education, knowledge is more about what you choose to acquire to build your mind, what you choose to put in your mind as a fortress of well-being. Knowledge is the building block that makes someone's mind attractive, how they think, how they approach life. Again, attitude. You see how these things relate one to the other. How knowledgeable you are in certain aspects of life, how knowledgeable you are in yourself will inevitably make you come across as more confident because you often know what you're talking about when you open your mouth. You also have to have the awareness of oneself, the knowledge of yourself, to know when you don't know enough, to be humble enough to just pay attention to what other people are saying and to teach yourself, to allow other people, other situations around you to teach you. The willingness to learn, the willingness to acquire knowledge from other people who know more, from situations that can always teach you something, is such an attractive trait in building confidence. And over time, the more knowledgeable you are, the more confident you are. Right after knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom is how you apply your knowledge, the cadence, the grace in which you take what you know in your head and apply it to situations and experiences around you far beyond yourself, how you take this knowledge and apply it to other people's lives that don't particularly impact you firsthand, but the ability to take the knowledge that you've acquired over time and relate it to other people. It's also the ability to know how not to use your knowledge, not to always be the person who knows the most in the room. Wisdom is time. Wisdom is the thing that makes you realize that it's okay to know something and still be quiet. Wisdom is the ability to know more than the other person and actually allow them to show you how they see it and be taught from that. Wisdom is truly just knowledge over time. Wisdom is about understanding human nature. Wisdom is about being able to discern truth, and not just an objective truth, but a personal truth, being aware that your personal truth does not always have to be the objective truth, and that there are many truths in the world that don't always have to relate to you and how you choose to approach life. This aspect of confidence is very important to self-authenticity, because this is where you make a lot of the big decisions that determine how you approach building yourself, how you approach the values that help you navigate life, and essentially how the knowledge that is imparted on you by the world, by people around you, by people you look up to, gets sizzled down to their experience. The next anchor of confidence on my little list is optimism. Optimism is very important in being confident, because oftentimes we hardly have an idea how things are going to turn out, especially when things seem so bleak. But being optimistic gives the opportunity to approach circumstances and situations in life with a positivity that we don't always get from outside, from external events. It's your internal radar giving you a chance to be positive and to make the best of situations around you. On the last episode, I believe I said that oftentimes when we believe we can, and when we believe we can't, we can't. This is where optimism is even more important, because when we're optimistic about ourselves, about what we can become in our authentic selves, we give ourselves the opportunity to show up as positively as we possibly can. And as crazy as the world around us can seem, when we have the faith and the full trust in ourselves, we inevitably attract situations, experiences towards us that bring out the best in us, that bring out the positivity in us. And it's like a dominoes effect, you know? And it seems a bit crazy expecting optimism to just be the spring inside ourselves that never runs dry. But that's why faith is so important, because faith is just trusting that something magical, something miraculous is going to show up despite tangible proof. And I don't think there's anything really great that can come out of anything that is not led by faith, is not led by the sheer determinant and hope that something great can come out of situations, of people, of circumstances that don't always seem like it. Something great can always turn up. Something great is always waiting for you in every day. As long as you're alive, as long as you're kicking, something good can still happen to you. That's what makes faith such an important aspect of confidence, because how are you holding your head up high when you do not believe that something great is going to happen? How are you holding your head up high if you don't believe that some force greater than you is actually guiding you towards greener and greater pastures? These 6 concepts are interchangeable, they're interconnected, and together they build confidence. Together they make a holistic bunch of deliciousness that makes someone a better version of themselves, that experiences life as beautifully as life is meant to be experienced. I think this is going to be the last episode for a while on this series. I hope you've been enjoying it. Catch up on the other episodes and leave your thoughts in the comments on any of the videos. Tell me what you think. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, you know what to do, and I will see you on a vlog very soon. Bye.